All right, y'all. We finally got the food. One thing I love is that um, they keep the chopsticks and the spoons like at the table. So all we gotta do, we grab them, get my spoon, and we ready to go, baby. We ready to go. Check out the noodles. Check out the meat is real meat. The broth is so hot though, you push it down. So to go ahead on and cook your meat fresh. It's a cold day, real fresh broth. Another thing I want to show y'all, fresh vegetables. Look at that right here. We got fresh here. We also have fresh cilantro, fresh basil. We got the pea shoots, jalapeno. All right. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. And we just got the star of the show right here, the damn banh mi right here. Look at that. Fresh coming out. You see that? You see that? We got the knife to be able to cut it. So this is how I build my bowl. All right. It's always it's always basil first. Okay. I like being generous with mine. They give us all of this, so it might as well be generous. Right? Then we actually got the cilantro. I put it in cilantro next. And I like to keep my cilantro whole. Some people just like the leaves, but I like the whole plant. I love it. All right. Two jalapenos right here. But I'm not eating them. It's just for a little heat. We're gonna dump all of the pea shoots in here. Okay. Yeah. All of the pea shoots. Every last one of them. Get in there. All right. And then we're gonna finish it off with some lime. Oh man. Wish I could have got a close up on that. All right. So next, get some napkin. Next, we're gonna start building. So I always start off with the pepper first. Okay. I'm only touching these for the camera purpose because they are clean. Okay. Gotta send it here. And then we're gonna take 1.5 round of soy sauce. All right. One right in the middle. All right. Then we finally got that what's this sauce again? The hoisin sauce. All right. Ooh, making a little sound coming out. We love that. And to top it off with a little bit more heat, this is secret sauce right here. I want the chili oil, the hot chili oil. Okay. And I like a heaping spoon and then actually just the oil on the second round. All right, because it can get a little bit too hot. Okay. And then we're gonna mix it up. Let's go. Now, I like the brisket and the flank. Some people like tripe, which I don't. I don't like eating nobody's intestines, okay? But hey, some people love it. I have tried it myself, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not an intestines person. But I am uh, a flank, and I am a brisket, okay? And I don't like my meat too fatty, all right? But I do like it moist. You feel me? So, about to take our first bite. Oh my God! First, we gotta taste the broth. Oh my God! Mm, gotta go for number three. Oh my God! This is the best. We over here. We just came through a winter storm, ice storm actually, and now there's nothing like some fresh soup. The noodles are always al dente, perfect. Let's get it, baby. Mm. You can really tell the broth is like super fresh. The meat perfectly sliced, is not too thick, it's perfectly thin. Let's take another bite. We like them hefty, baby. Oh my God, I can't get enough of it. So, my conversation today um, that I want to discuss is about relationships and how you're gonna have to find it in you to work through your relationships um, at all times. And I know I'm getting sauce everywhere, but I don't care. So I want to talk about relationships right quick. When you're going through your relationship, you're gonna have good times and you're gonna have bad times. But how you work through the bad times of your relationship is how good your relationship will be long term. Because we all have to live in a relationship after we have, an argument or things like that that go on, or disagreements, or um, some people even experience like infidelity and things like that, which is a no go for me. But whatever is hard, even if it's financial, or even if it's even if it's just struggle, people having personal issues, it's a battle on your mind. And sometimes when you go through hard things, it can be very taxing, and you'll lose sight of your partner. So, for those who want to be together long term, for those who are aiming for marriage, I got some advice for you. First of all, fellas, y'all have to stop being so soft in your relationship. Ladies nowadays are not seeing strength, and this is why majority of the time relationships are fizzling out, because majority of the time the men aren't even letting the women go anymore. The women hold the power of decision now, and they're winning because the male is less productive. So my advice to the male, which is a huge problem in relationships nowadays, you have to find a way to be able to increase your productivity and your value. Fellas, if you're not aspiring to lead a group of people, well, you at least need to be in a career where it definitely pays you well, or you have a chance to either grow or also be independent. Because if not, you'll catch that ceiling. And what happens is women love change. They're the ones that really want to go on vacation, things like that. And you hear them in the back, right? You got that number 12. This shit fire. But women love change. Women love excitement. Women love spontaneity. They love it all. They love bragging. They love showing off the Louis bag. They love showing off spa days and things like that. A lot of the times we get in these relationships and we kind of hit the ceiling because the male really, um, we're having a provider shortage right now um, in the United States of men being able to actually provide for their women, and it's causing a huge imbalance of the power structure, and imbalance of um, emotions across the board for male and female. So, like I said, guys, rule number one: figure out how you can increase your productivity. And now, getting on to the women, you all need to push your man to be more productive. He's supposed to be strong. He's supposed to be tough. He's supposed to be able to put things on his back and to be able to bring things home, bring home the bacon, bring home the strength in these relationships. So, fellas, you're gonna have to have some tough skin and stop being um, so soft. Um, Women, you're gonna have to make sure that he's on his P and Qs. You may have to become his manager, even though ideally you would love for him to be independent enough to manage himself. But in today's time, men are working more than ever than being able to provide. Hmm? What this? Oh, the cup. Why? Oh, they were trying to say, let's see the banh mi, and we can't forget the star of the show. Okay, that's the banh mi right there. Okay, we about to see what this crunch is like. Mm, oh my God, you can really taste the grilled side of the pork. I love the flavor that the radish have, that the carrots have. Mm. I love the cucumber and the cilantro at the same time because as it is savory, it's almost like a a refresher at the same time, and it blends together like very well. Um, but back to what I was saying, um, women, you're gonna have to really push your man if you want a different result. That is, if you want more time to yourself, if you want the man to be able to pay for your hair, your nails, pay for your trip, pay for your gas, pay for everything, basically provide for you, you're gonna have to do your job as a woman to push your man to that point so you can also get something out of the deal. Now, I don't mean use him, but both parties need to figure out how they can be beneficial to one another. And when two people are not beneficial to one another, they kind of, you know, fizzle out. Especially in today's time, with so many people are working from home, they're spending way too much time with one another. They really have pulled back the curtain on a lot of relationships and realize either you really don't like the person or the person that you're with doesn't match your type of lifestyle or your frequency of going forward, your intensity of where you want to be in life. It just gets mass battles 8 hours. And now the 8 hours um, hit a little bit close to home because you're not spending as much time away. So in today's time, you have to figure out how you can become more beneficial on both parties. Like I said, rule number one for the guys, increase your productivity. Rule number two is for the women, for you to be able to push your man, to be able to help put him in a mind frame because if he's built to go forward and he's showing consistency, he's showing drive, all he may need is just that little push. Everyone isn't as ambitious, or I would say everyone's not ambitious about the same thing, but everyone is ambitious about something. It's most likely that the woman on the male side, in the male side, the woman just needs to push that man just a little bit more. Now, fellas, once you get providing for your woman, You need to also make sure that you have to become a master of emotions. You're going to have to master and regulate that because she's not used to being taken care of. She used to paying her own bills. She used to her having to cook her own meals. Her having to go buy her own clothes, everything. She's not used to a provider. So a lot of those things may come off as masculine, but if you're not used to it, you're not used to it. But the fellas, y'all gotta make sure that the woman has a great experience. So no matter if she's with you or not, she can also raise her expectations. So we can start um, raising the morale in the culture. Okay, even if they're not, y'all still have to be beneficial. So today's discussion is about benefits and how you all can work together to achieve a long-term relationship. Now, I want to talk to also too about breakdowns, and I'm being real brief today, but I want to talk to you about breakdowns as well. When you have a breakdown in a relationship, you either want to be with the person or not. So either y'all are gonna have an argument and kiss and make up later, or you're gonna have an argument and look for other options. But the only way that you can get good at something is just like going to the gym. The only way you're gonna get your dream body is because you're consistently working at it, right? So that means the only way you're gonna get better in your relationship, you're gonna have to take those hard days on the hip, excluding infidelity. That's the only excuse I got. If you are infidelity, I don't care what the relationship is. I can't be in a relationship with someone that I don't trust. So I don't advise anybody else to go down that turmoil either. But what you can do is decide right then and there if you're gonna be with this person long term or not. And if you do plan on being with each other for a long term, you all have to decide like, okay, it's just an argument. We having a bad day, and it's okay to have bad days. It's okay. It's a part of the process. A lot of people have never lived with each other before. So that's marriage's number one problem on why it's not finances, it's time. People are so used to living away from each other that they're not able to see the things that they need to see before getting married. And then when they get married, they feel like the space is crowded. They don't even know how to go get space, but it becomes a problem. And now you start seeking outside validation because you're not getting that dopamine hit because you're away for 8 hours. All you can do is dream to get with the person, and essentially you only have a couple of hours with the person, all to do it over again. But what happens when you start living with one another and you're seeing how this person gets up in the morning? You're seeing how this person takes a bath, even, get ready for that day. You're seeing more or less how they talk to their friends and how they participate in their friendship. Um, you get to hear conversations when they're having with their family, what their family's talking about, what they're into. So you start learning more information, but at the same time, um, a lot of closeness can deter a relationship. And the only way to get through that moment is you have to make the decision either yay or nay, and you got to be all in with the person. Don't take arguments lightly. They're not always bad. Sometimes you need a good argument to finally say what's been on your mind. But always remember, if you done decided that you in it to win it, you in it to win it. And it ain't no reneging. And that's that part of that thick and thin. So just want to let y'all know today. Today is about benefits and how each other can benefit one another from um, doing the things that are hard. And as long as you relate your relationship to working out, how, yeah, the days are hard, but we're constantly improving, you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. You'll start paying attention to more positive things about the person versus the negative things. And then you'll arrive to the point where your communication has improved, your relationship has improved, Your sex life has improved, and you can start to begin to achieve all around satisfaction in your relationship over time. But you got to decide right now if this is the person that you want to be with. So, y'all think about that. I'm about to continuous enjoy this meal. We at Folsom Oak in Richmond, Virginia. One of my favorites. And if y'all ever in the area, y'all make sure y'all come by and get that number 12 with that banh mi sandwich, baby. But again, 2026, baby. Year of the benefits. Better make sure you got yours. Because I got mine. Peace out.